Misunderstood moments in history, the Spartan Myth. A huge thanks to our sponsors, the Great Courses Plus, for making this video possible. The Spartans, a group practically worshipped by popular culture and military institutions for producing the ultimate warrior. Badass super soldiers trained from childhood with unmatched strength, discipline, and courage, battling against tyranny and oppression. Yet this narrative is a lie. A vast, millennia-long distortion of the truth built up by propaganda, biased sources, and politicization. Today, we will unmask the truth behind the Spartan myth.
This is Sparta!
Let us first begin by confronting the elephant in the room, the story that everyone knows, the last stand of bold Leonidas and his 300 against an army of 1,000,000 Persians. This is the heart of the Spartan legend, a scene immortalized in painting, poem, song, book, comic, and film, each retelling, further embellishing an alternate history. However, the very foundations of the myth are challenged when we learn that the battle was never intended as a suicide mission, that there were 20 times more allied Greeks than Spartiates at the start of the fight, and almost 4 times as many allied Greeks there at the end, that the last stand was an anomaly in Spartan history, that 50 years later they would be fighting fellow Greeks while being paid by the Persians, that the Spartans were not bred for war, that their oppressive society was built on the back of slavery, that for much of their history they were admired for their political rather than military achievements, that their image over the years has been cherry-picked and twisted to fit countless narratives. This is the confused mess in which we find ourselves. It is only recently that scholars have been able to turn a critical eye on much of what we think we know about the Spartans. Armed with these findings, we will now rewind the clock back before the emergence of the myth and rebuild our understanding of Sparta from the ground up. The rise of Sparta. Sparta had originally been settled around the 10th century BCE in the Eurotas Valley of Laconia in the southeast Peloponnese. Its early development was rather typical, and it bore the hallmarks of many other Greek cities. During the 8th and 7th centuries BCE, Sparta expanded regionally, conquering the neighboring people of Messenia and Laconia to rule one of the largest territories in Greece. These subject populations became a vast underclass of helots, ruled over by a leisured Spartan elite. The resulting dynamics of this social structure would mark a turning point in Spartan history and drive its long-term evolution. Many are quick to trace back their perceived military dominance to this moment. However, no contemporary sources from this period mention Sparta as having an abnormally martial culture or unique military institutions. Instead, it appears that their rise to power was gradual and can more readily be attributed to a strength in numbers than strength at arms. In fact, ancient stories seem to claim that it was Argos which was famed for its warriors, while Sparta was known for its women. During the 7th century BCE, many Greek city-states started to consolidate their internal order and formalize their laws. In Sparta, these were retroactively attributed to the legendary lawgiver Lycurgus. Primarily, these included the establishment of a council of elders, which Plutarch credits with bringing stability to a government which had previously oscillated between the extremes of anarchy and dictatorship. Egalitarian-focused land reforms were also implemented, alongside new institutions for communal eating and schooling. While these are often pointed out as being uniquely Spartan, they were in fact features present to varying degrees in other Greek cities. In the 6th century BCE, Sparta switched its approach. They no longer took foreign territory outright, turning conquered people into helots. Instead, they expanded by forcing other states into a system of unequal alliances we call the Peloponnesian League. Its members had to swear to follow wherever the Spartans led. Yet the contemporary evidence still does not depict them as unstoppable killing machines. Tellingly, at the legendary Battle of Champions in 545 BCE, Sparta and Argos are supposed to have matched their best 300 hoplites in a fight that would leave 2 Argives and 1 Spartan left standing. It would appear that this was no one-sided affair. So I hope you appreciated this short-form look into Invicta content. Now if you want to see our full-length documentaries, you can head on over to the main channel, and either way, I'll see you in the next one.